Well, here we are, day one of the coronavirus scare quarantine, I guess. I should be at work right now, but I can't go to work. Won't be getting paid for a while. I was sort of anticipating this. I got a little prepared. It's not like I don't have enough things I should be doing anyway, but I did buy a box of parts for my Lowrey. I got all new electrolytic condensers for the power supply, and I don't exactly recall right now. I might have bought ones for the power amplifier. It's all on that same chassis right there. That sheet metal box that I'm pointing the camera at, I'm not so sure. This thing won't cooperate here. I'm not so sure if it's obvious what I'm talking about. But that chassis right there, that's the power supply and power amplifier. That's where my sloppy artificial muter is. The can dome resistor replacement that I made out of that terminal strip and a whole bunch of little resistors. Now, the reason I did that is because the original can dome resistor, which I don't know if I'll bother to dig it out here to show you what I mean, but it was a multi-section resistor. I think I will dig it out. Alright, I was wrong. I thought I had it in this container here, but it's not. This is just spare resistors for repairing the one that I made. So I'll explain to you what was going on here. That original resistor was a two-section resistor. There's two resistors in series in one package. These are wire wound resistors, and the two halves of this resistor were different lengths. The only way to know the values of this resistor was either to find a schematic, which I could not find at the time, or disassemble the resistor, measure working lengths of it, and try to calculate the broken length of it. Now, one half of this resistor, I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it was this section that I measured at 340 ohms, had not burned out at all. And I think the other section, 356 ohms, had a break in the middle. Now this side of the resistor, the windings went a farther length than this side, and that's how I calculated the resistance. Now the funny thing is, I was way off the mark here, and I'll show you. I was recommended to buy this book, and if you're watching this and you recommended this to me, I apologize for not acknowledging you. But this book contains the schematics for this organ, which are otherwise non-existent. And now that the camera has focused, if my eyes will focus, I will show you that right here is that can dome resistor, 300 ohms and 300 ohms, which is considerably different than my 340 and 356 ohms. So I needed to cobble together a whole bunch of those little resistors to get the correct, what I thought was the correct values. And that was totally the wrong thing to do now that I know that they're only 300 ohms. I had to put together a whole bunch of series and parallel, I think they're half-watt resistors. Maybe they're 1 watt. So I put all these 1 watt resistors in series parallel. And I knew I didn't have enough of them because I couldn't really make it fit neatly in that space if I put enough of them. So the resistor was barely adequate, and did burn out 3 times, and I had to keep replacing those resistors, and that's why that ugly terminal strip is in there, to make it easy to do that. And that resistor has burned out again, and also at least one electrolytic condenser has gone south. So now that I have that schematic and know what resistors I need, I did order some right size resistors. Let's see if I can get this box open here. Well, maybe I should have opened this ahead of time. There's all my parts. These condensers are going to look strange in there, but hopefully nobody but me ever cares about that. A couple more. Some more condensers. Here's my resistors. Those are the 300 ohm resistors which will replace that monstrosity that I built. And I should be able to put these in there in a much neater way. I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to mount them yet, but I'll figure that out here shortly. These are 300 ohm 8 watt resistors. I believe that's correct. If not, these will burn up, and I'll replace them with some larger 300 ohm resistors. That's not a problem. Unfortunately, I don't work on this often, and it's literally been several years here now since I took my notes on how to make this thing. So that 8 watt value may not be adequate, but we will see. Like I say, the worst thing that happens is I have to buy larger ones and do it all over again. Anyway, I will probably make another video here once I've got things underway. But I would, and I should have said this at the beginning, I would like to give a shout out to Oleg, a YouTuber in, let me see if I pronounce this right, Transnistria, who became my 100th subscriber yesterday. I was planning to make a video like he does, just walking around the area here. He makes videos walking around his locality, and I like those videos. I was going to make a video like that here, and perhaps now in the coming days I'll have time, but probably if I'm walking around out in public, people are not going to appreciate that very much. We will see. I do not have coronavirus that I am aware of. I'm not sure if I would be aware if I had it. But obviously everybody around here is on pins and needles due to that stuff. So I've got a video here pointing at this this amplifier and power supply chassis with me rambling on. And probably nobody has watched to this point. But I'll stop the video here. I'll probably upload it pretty quickly here, and then I will get to work. So thank you for watching, and of course thank you to all my subscribers. I never expected to have 100 subscribers. So thank you again, Oleg, and thank you to the other 99 of you.